Good afternoon. My name is Patrick Rollens, and I'm the Public Information Officer for the City of Corvallis, and I'm helping out with today's Health Department briefing. On behalf of the Benton County Health Department, we are reporting our 4th COVID-19 fatality in Benton County. This was a woman in her 70s who had been hospitalized. On behalf of the Benton County community, we extend our deepest condolences to the friends and family of this individual. We have one additional case to report in Benton County of COVID-19. The full caseload is updated daily at 1 p.m. on our website, which is www.co.benton.or.us/coronavirus. Now I'd like to introduce Corvallis School District Superintendent Ryan Noss, who's going to give a very thorough overview of what's been going on at the school district these last few weeks.
Good afternoon. I'm Ryan Noss, the Superintendent of the Corvallis School District, and I want to thank you for, as a community, the support you've been providing to our students, to our families, to the overall community, and the ways that we have joined with one another to work through the COVID-19 situation that we currently have. So thank you to the community for what you've done for each other, and for our kids. So today I just wanted to highlight a couple of things that are going on in the Corvallis School District. As you all know, that last week the Governor Brown canceled school for the remainder of the year. I know that for our families and for our students that was a big loss. We know that all of us have gone through some level of grieving in that. I personally have felt sadness as I think about the opportunities that our kids have day in and day out in our schools, and what that means for our students and what it means for our staff members who find joy in being with our kids, and for a number of our students as we think about things like graduation and those end of the year celebrations that happen for us each spring, and what that means in terms of the loss of that. So for me personally, I'd say that I have gone through many stages of the grieving cycle as I think about those things in our community, and at the same time, I'm proud of the work that's happened in terms of changing the way we deliver education in a short period of time. So over a week's time, our secondary schools moved to distance learning, which required us to make sure students had access to devices. We're fortunate in Corvallis that our students have one-to-one devices in our schools, so we were able to deploy those services and resources to our kids quickly. Many of our students have access to Wi-Fi, yet we're still working to find access points and ways to ensure all students have access to not just to the technology, but to the Wi-Fi. Distance learning isn't just about online learning, though. It's also about access to resources. So we've been working to distribute resources beyond the technology to our families. Distance learning is also about connection first and foremost. So as I think about what happens in our schools on a daily basis, distance learning has been about connection before continuity of learning. And I think that's an important point, that we want to make sure that our kids are cared for, our families are cared for, and our communities are cared for. So the first step in distance learning for us was connecting with students, and also understanding what the needs of our community were. Some of the things we've been able to do as a result have been to provide ongoing meal services. So we're right now, as a district, serving about 1,200 students a day with both a breakfast and hot lunch at 4 pickup sites. We've also had support for some of our families navigating poverty by providing additional resources in terms of food and supplies for families. That hasn't been just the school district, but it's been the community as well. And so I wanted to recognize many of our community organizations, our nonprofits, our religious institutions that have provided significant resources in that regard, as we think about everything from rental assistance to food for our families in these times. Also to the Corvallis Public Schools Foundation, who has been a way that you as a viewer could donate and support the work that's happening through the Corvallis Public Schools Foundation. They have taken on a number of significant donations so that we're able to provide ongoing support to our families through the remainder of the school year. Our food sites will remain open through the summer, through our summer meal program, and those are some of the services that we're providing right now. I also want our seniors to know that we're working on how do we celebrate you, our 5th graders and our 8th graders as well, as you make these important transitions. There'll be surveys and additional information to come out to you in the weeks ahead. Hopefully by the end of the month, we'll have a plan that you can then share with your family. We know that we're in non-traditional times, and so it's going to be a non-traditional experience for you, but it's, again, really important to us that we're able to celebrate your accomplishments. This is only 2% of your educational experience, and we want to be able to highlight all the things that have gone well for you, the experiences that you've had, and the joy it brings for all of us to see you successful and moving on to the next stage of your life. So again, I just want to thank the community for following all the orders around social distancing or personal distancing that are in place now, because it allows us to get through these times more quickly and in a way that we're caring for one another. So again, thank you for watching, reaching out, and supporting the community.